Palantir quietly, or maybe just no one listened, but revealed their next iteration or their attempt to of hyperscaling their business to more and more smaller businesses as well as more likely end user developers at the individual level. And that's at the end of Shyam Sankar's segment from the American Prosperities and National Security at the recent AI Expo from SCSP. And they announced the Build with AIP, which is a library of quick starts, tutorials to help people with their AI. And he said the first 400 people with the first $500 of compute for free as a way to get started was given to those who scanned this QR code. Note, you do have to provide a credit card though and identification, so you do have to take some steps, but it's still super easy to sign up like any other service you can online. And note, one of the biggest proponents sharing the insights and outs of what is being accessible is from CodeStrap actually on his YouTube channel. So please check it out when you have a chance. He's got a cool motivational trailer, but also does a whole recorded walkthrough example utilizing Palantir's 10Q and AIP and using it just as we've seen with many other demos from Palantir themselves, specifically around semantic search and leveraging LLMs. So I won't take a thunder on the ins and outs of what these first few hundred people get access to with such a fitting example. But what this demonstrates to me as an investor, at least, is there's a real tangible path for Palantir to continue lowering the barriers. We talked about boot camps and AIP now, but this level of going to a link and just signing up with some free compute for a while is a whole new level of accessibility that, to be honest, can lead to sales, especially from, say, startups, small businesses, or individuals, like I said, trying to get started on who want to at least try Palantir and maybe attempt to have it be their foundation of their business before they scale. Now, I did try it with my own phone here from the video, and the QR code actually still worked today on May 9th. I was presented with a simple intake noting this is for individuals and commercial entities in the United States and the UK, and it does point out if you're part of the US government, you can sign up for an AIP bootcamp. But further on, it'll ask for your email and then phone number, each with verification code signing through. Then it'll ask for your photo identification to take a photo of the front and back, and then even optionally, you can provide a selfie for further identity verification. And then you can also create an account name for your organization to create your AIP URL, which will be housed in AWS, just so you know. But then we get to the moolah here. It discloses the free $500 you get for free, but note you will be asked for at the end of the contract term for any overages to be paid for, with the plan being only for 30 days. And below, it notes also that it'll be $3 per gigabyte for ontology applications and simulation, and then compute is 0.00055 cents per second, and then 0.025 per gigabyte of storage. So depending on what you're experimenting with, you can get charged here, just so you know. And in case you didn't want to go over there for testing purposes, it's something to look out for. And then you're also presented with entering your card information, of course, after this. So yeah, the process is as simple as any other app, and there's not really any extra barriers. And you'd probably add your payment information to this as easily as any other thing if you actually have a usage for it. So why is this so powerful here? At least from my opinion, anyone can try it out here, and I did it myself, right? From an individual to a small business or even a big business who wants to test it out, and maybe at small scale you have a use case. And then you're charged by how much you actually use, which truly demonstrates if your product is valuable, then the usage will go up and then revenue will have to be paid for. But obviously, if it's not valuable to people, they won't use it as much and maybe not get past the testing phase and therefore won't get charged. But I'm sure management would wager the prior. So at least from what I've seen so far and for this 30-day contract, so long-term wise, I'm not sure where Palantir is headed yet with this, but knowing them, they're gathering data, analyzing how successful this is, and determining what the next step will truly be. If things go well, then people will find value and then actually want more Palantir in this way, and maybe sign up for boot camps or start building their businesses just on top of this with more and more necessary compute over time as they scale. And if the value is there for them where they're seeing it as a necessary expense, it's basically just like cloud computing where you pay as much as you need. It definitely can get expensive over time, but at some point, transitioning might be just more costly or more difficult or painful. So it's just something to keep an eye out for. And that's what Palantir is actually going for. But let me know your thoughts though if you've tried signing up yourself and getting access to the IP, and let me know your thoughts below, and I'll see you in the next video.